伸出双手就能触摸眼前松软的毛发，是你只保存在深箱里的秘密。白色广场，橘色夕阳，缓慢的日常像漩涡，一圈一圈地旋转，就像是谁看腻了一样，打乱了缓慢的脚步，你掉进我的世界里，以为早就习惯，默默地守在一旁，抬头望向满天积云，散开成晴空万里，但这样都还比不过那天你曾经你望向我惊讶的表情。不管在今后会有什么未来在等待，我都会守护有你存在的风景，凝视着视线正前方你的背影。
Hello, lovelies, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Nekojishi with your host, Fallen Wolf. So, it has been a little while since I streamed an episode of this, actually. I never forgot about this game. If you've seen my last few videos, I have started doing live recordings again. Live streams again, which has been fantastic, and the response has been very much positive, so I thank you for that, very much so. So, as you can see, despite us having Clouded Leopard on the front cover, along with our lovely fellow Guardian Tiger, there are two endings that I did not show yet. Both of them are bad endings. Clouded Leopard only has one good ending and 3 bad ones. So today's episode will be finishing up his last few endings. It shouldn't take that long. We're going to be mostly skipping a lot of the dialogue, except for very important scenes that I feel like we need to watch. But after that, this episode will be done, and we will be completely finished with Leopard's side of things. We will then move on to Shu-Chi Senpai in the next episode. His will be a little different because we'll be doing both of his routes. He only has 2, and a third one, which is not, I wouldn't really consider his route. So after this, it will be Shu-Chi Senpai, and then finally we will do the true ending, which I will be playing through the NSFW version. Of course, that will be heavily censored because, you know, YouTube, and I do not need a community strike on my channel. I've been hearing a lot of not too good things about YouTube right now, but that's the plan. Now today, is either Sunday or Monday, depending on when I post. When I actually post this video, it will probably either be Sunday or Monday. I am thinking Tuesday or Wednesday, I will do another stream. I am not sure if I'm going to do extracurricular activities, Adastra, or I'm going to try a new game that a fan sent me a link to. I will have to think about it. But anyway, I think we spent enough time talking. I think we should keep going forth with the game. Start from the beginning, of course, because I have a guide over here to tell me what to do. And like I said, we're going to be skipping most of the main stuff. So, I'm going to pretty much be skipping all the way to the end. To the last few parts. And then I'll read the last few parts. So, blah blah blah, we meet the Guardian Spirits. Blah blah blah. Nothing much is happening, we're losing our minds. Okay, this one is So first we do Clouded Leopard. So Clouded Leopard gets to sit on the bed. Like I said, this episode will probably be very, very short. 30 minutes at the most, because I'm just trying to get the remainder of his last 2 parts done. And like I said, most of it is pretty much the same dialogue, except for the endings are a little bit different, a little bit of different dialogue and whatnot. I'm sure you guys seen the last episode when I did the good ending for Clouded Leopard, and I was just about crying because it was very touching. It's very upsetting. Actually, Cloud Leopard has a lot of issues, but we'll get my full opinion on all of the characters when I finish the true ending. Oh, that's right, and I forgot. And I also have to play DLC. Now that'll be a different, because I've never played the DLC for this game myself. The epilogue story. I've never played that for this game. I don't really know much of what happened. Well, no, not true. I know a little bit of what happens. The ending, I remember being very confusing to me. But we'll finish that. And like I said, guys, if you enjoy what I do, feel free to like, comment, and/or subscribe. Don't be afraid to share to your fellow people that may enjoy the stuff I play. Another thing I was thinking about. Another thing I was realizing, I'm going to start going out of my comfort zone a little more with these games. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to start playing some more that may not be exactly these kind of games, visual novels, or at least not these kind of visual novels. I just want to start expanding horizons a little bit. I really do enjoy these games, but I also want to make everybody feel welcome, and some people may not really care for much for these games, and there's other games that I do enjoy that others may. Like I said, Danganronpa is a big one. I'm a little mixed because I said, one, I think my voice acting needs a little work, and not only my voice acting needs a little work. One of my friends brought up the good point that the game is not as interesting when you already know what's going to happen. Like, I already played through the whole series, all the games once, so I know what happens. So, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to go somewhere with Mr. Leopard. He's going to want to do some practice dancing. He drinks coffee, he spills it on himself. Okay, now, since we went with Clouded Leopard, we're going to stay at home because we're being a lazy college boy, a lazy wolf. We're not going to buy this. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Should I ask that about my powers? No, we're not going to talk about this for our father. I'm sorry that we're skipping so much, but like I said, everything is pretty much repeat. Especially the main stuff. The main stuff never changes, except towards the ending. The ending, and some slight different dialogue, divergent dialogue. But besides that, everything's pretty much the same. Now, Shu-Chi's oh boy, because when we get to Shu-Chi, he has a lot of different stuff, especially towards the ending. And alright, so no, we're not gonna make them work together, which hurts my heart because Shu-Chi Senpai is the best. Alright, so we're gonna share the homemade bento with Leopard. Blah 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 blah. Like I said, I'm gonna skip. I kind of want to reread these. No, I don't even think we're gonna do that. We're gonna just keep skipping. Just keep skipping. Like I said, the last bit of dialogue I will reread over just because I think that's important stuff in case you didn't see it. But the rest of this, if you guys don't know, basically 3 guardian spirits. All 3 of them want you to do different things, and you pretty much choose who you want to work with. And then there's a true ending, which is you get them all to work together somehow. Which is very hard to get without a guide. I'm going to tell you that now. I tried 3-4 times to get that, and then I finally was like, you know what? Just going to use a guide. I played this game before, and I was like, you know what? Just use a guide. Okay, so we're not going to go with Senpai. Again, this breaks my heart, guys, because I love Shu-Chi Senpai. And I have to be like, no, we can't do that. Okay, we're actually going to save a screenshot just because... yeah. I'm starting to learn how to get better with editing stuff, taking stuff out, so... okay. So now, basically, Shu-Chi is missing. We don't know where he is. Basically, Shu-Chi's missing, which is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Best boy gone. Best boy missing. But, it breaks my heart to do this. But, we have to say... Well, first we're going to talk to Guardian Tiger. And then after that... we're gonna say we don't want to bother the gods, because then Guardian Tiger's like, hey, listen, I can ask the other gods to help us, and I'm like, no, that's okay. It's not that serious. I miss them, but I don't miss them that much. Okay. Senpai still hasn't shown up. We're gonna pack the futon. Blah blah blah. Then this is heartbreaking because Senpai ends up leaving because his family doesn't like the fact that he's gay. So we're gonna talk with Leopard. Did I do this choice already? Okay. No, we already did this. Again, this video, like I said, is probably gonna be maybe 20 to 30 minutes. It's not gonna be that long at all. It's gonna be very short. Probably my shortest video on this channel. I don't want to bother Tiger. Pack it up. Blah 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 blah. Talk with Leopard. We're gonna cheat. Guardian Tiger's gonna get super pissed because we cheated. Tell him, listen, it was our fault. We told him to help us cheat. Randolph the Yaogwai, which is the spirit that's not, not related to, is a freelance spirit pretty much. We're gonna talk to him, tell him about how it is living our life because we're glamorous and this life is great. And Liao should be ashamed for not loving this. Should I go on a date with Senpai? Should I go on a date with Senpai? Yes, a million times yes. But, we're gonna have to say no. Okay, and this is when... freaking Leopard loses his mind. Wait, hide UI. We're gonna take another picture. Okay, and Likulau, pretty much Likulau, aka Clouded Leopard, just took control of her body to help us dance. Guardian Tiger's not too happy about that, and we didn't know that we could actually be possessed by spirits, which is not a good thing. Okay, Guardian Tiger is pissed off. And Clouded Leopard... okay. Basically, long story short, dramatic fight happens. Because Clouded Leopard's not going to take no for an answer. He's going to beat the crap out of... he's going to beat the crap out of Guardian. Don't wait. Stop. Go back. No, wait, we can't go back. Oh, no, we can't go back. Okay, and then we have to be really stupid and say, no! I know he tried to kill us, but he's well-meaning. So we have to say no a few times. And Guardian Tiger is not too happy with that. He's gonna beg us again, say, listen, you need to go get their help. No, we trust Likulau. He's not gonna hurt us. Okay, and then the Guardian Tiger is very upset. He said, fine. Okay, Clouded Leopard just murdered. Okay, we're gonna start. I went a little too far back, but this is good enough. We'll stop here. Okay, long story short, Clouded Leopard pretty much beat down Guardian Tiger and broke his statue, which means he is, as far as we know, dead, which is not good. I like Guardian Tiger. I like all the characters. Obviously, I have my favorite, but doesn't mean I don't. I think all the characters have some sort of good quality, good, perks and good downsides to them. Alright, so the rest of this we'll probably be reading. I'm going to save. I'm going to save my game here. Because the next choice I make is in the same spot. Okay. Whoa! Liao, you are awake. I'm awake. Where are we? A cave. know it is a cave. Why am I here? I brought you here. Brought me here? How did you... Spirit path. Right, he said he could take me along the spirit path with him. If I had to guess, I would have thought that he'd take me to Wu-Tai, but I get the feeling he hasn't. Why did you bring me here? To convince you. Convince me? You still want me to be your oracle? It's not that I don't want to, I really can't. Wait. Where's Tiger? Where did he go? I suddenly remember Tiger's cracked statue on the floor. Tiger, is he... How could you? He's fine. Fine? He's fine? Then why isn't he here? He should be by my side. He's here. Where? Too weak, you cannot see. Why can't I see him? Leopard, I know your Mandarin is limited, but please be clear with me. How can I trust you if you don't explain this to me? How can I follow you to Wu-Tai? He's fine. His statue broken, but okay. Just weak, you cannot see. You mean to say that he's very weak because his statue is broken? He's so weak that I can't even see him? Yes. That's hard to believe. So his statue is really broken? How can he be okay? Seriously, how can I know he's here if I can't even see him? Keep broken will disappear. So if the statue isn't fixed, then he'll disappear? Takes a long time. You remember him. You don't forget. He won't disappear. Don't worry. Of course I'm worried. I have to fix it as soon as possible. Why did you bring me here? What do you want me to do? I want Liao's power. You said that already. So what? Why didn't you take it away when you knocked me out? Take power away. Liao can't see. Can't see what? Can't see me. I know we discussed this before, but it's like, God, it's like, damn it, Leopard. Damn it, Likulau. Like, I love you, but you can't do that. It's like, because it's like, he cares for you, and he's like, I was like, if I take your power away, you won't be able to see me. Disregarding the fact that we have, disregarding the fact that Liao's secretly a time traveler and has spent decades trying to find the right path, and we know the fact that if he takes our power away, we will also die somehow. But again, he said somebody told him he could take our power away without killing us, which is false. And I still want to know who that guy is, because I wonder if you found it in the dark path. Because I'm like, who told you that we wouldn't listen and just take our power away? Because I'm like, oh boy, is that something we find in the true ending? You know, are we gonna find out there's some major villain? We don't find that out, so. Likulau's not necessarily evil. He's misguided and a bit naive, but he's not evil. Like, I remember when I first played the game, I hated Cloud Leopard's guts. Like, I hated him so much, and then I'm like, I really played again. I was like, he's not evil. He's just really misguided and naive. And it hurts you because he really cares, especially if he cares for Liao. It's just he doesn't know, he doesn't understand how things work. So you didn't take my power? I want Liao's power. I also want Liao to see me. Why do you want me to see you? I don't know, but I want. Likulau, we know why you want to see us. It's okay. And it's so touching because maybe he doesn't really realize it, but it's like, you care, he cares so deeply about us, he just can't say it. He's like, I really care about you, but I can't say it. Because like when you first see Leopard, you're like, oh man, this guy's really, you know, stoic and serious. Well, more like he's got that emo vibe, like he just doesn't care about anything. I was gonna say he's stoic and very tough, but no, that's Guardian Tiger. Guardian Tiger's that kind of daddy figure where he's like, he seems really gruff, but it's only because he really cares about you and just well-meaning. Leopard's more just like naive and doesn't really understand how things work. And then you got Shu-Chi Senpai, that's the flirt. That's the flirty one. That's flirty, but also very manipulative. And I still love him for it. I always enjoy enjoying characters like that most of the time. Now, don't get me wrong, extracurricular activities, Spencer's my favorite. But I remember Owen. Owen 2 from Repeat. That's another game I need to. That's another game you guys gotta get me to make me play. That's another game I get into. Like I really love freaking Owen. But if I don't become your Oracle in Wu Time, once you leave, you won't be seeing me. To you, will it really make a difference? Still, I want. Don't want. Never see Liao again. If anything, it's me who wouldn't be able to see you. All this music, and every time I hear this track, I get this. This track is so. It makes you feel so sad. But I can't help you. As I said, my family won't let me disappear. What? Liao disappear. Come to Wutai. They not know. You want me to go missing? I understand what you mean, but these days it isn't that easy. The police will be called. I will be put on a missing persons list. As long as I'm alive, sooner or later someone will find me in Wutai. You want me to run away from home to become an oracle in Wutai? But I won't have anything, not even an internet connection. Aren't you taking things too far? Internet important? Okay, good job, developers. Really serious moment where this friend that we've been close friends with this person for weeks to a month, and you're just like, it kidnaps us, and then it sounds like, oh, happy silly music. It's like, no, you don't get to do that. It's a sad moment. He kidnapped us, and he doesn't even understand that it's wrong, and then you play silly, goofy music? How dare you? How dare you? I guess so. I mean, I'd at least want to bring my laptop or buy a new one. No matter how remote your tribe is, there has to be electricity and internet, right? Wherever there's a telephone, there's an internet connection. Wherever there's people, there are mobile data towers. After all, they're just the basic needs of modern people. As long as I can get online, people would know where I am. I mean, I don't know how they will, but I'm sure they can. Even if I change my identity, there is no way I can hide away completely. Once my parents find out I ran off to Wutai without telling them, things will just get worse. Liao can't. I know you want to help me solve the problems I have my family, but your idea won't work at all. You're so reckless. Why didn't you just ask me first? Liao won't accept. Ask first. I guess if he asked me before, I would have just found more reasons to say no to him. If anything, he found a way to make me give it proper thought. Regardless, I still don't want to go, even for Likulau. But you still can't do that. Leopard, yeah, you can't do that. Even if you know somebody's not going to agree with you, you can't make them agree with you, because even if they agree with you, that's not them being themselves. Not only that, they're going to... Oh, what's the word? I had the word. Oh, there was a good word I had. Oh, resent. There you go. Not only that, if you make somebody do something they don't want to do, they're gonna resent you. Like even if you make Liao do what you want, he's gonna resent you for the rest of his life, and that's not good. That resentment turns to anger. Anger turns to hate. Hate turns to many bad things we don't talk about. You shouldn't do things like this. Where are we exactly? I guess this could be a cave in Taipei? Please, just take me back home. We need to fix Tiger's statue as soon as possible. No. No? Liao goes to Wutai. Have to. But... I wait for Liao until Liao says yes. Wait here? He nods. You're kidnapping me? Imprisoning me until I agree to your demands? That's a crime! That's an understatement, but yes, that's a crime. Leopard, you can't do this, it's a crime! You can't lock me up! Oh, I love him, but, you freaking naive fool! You naive fool! You don't know what I'm talking about, I know. Even if you forced me to say yes, this doesn't change anything. I'll still be found, I'll still be taken home. I hide Liao. No internet. No one knows. Not even the people of your tribe? I find Liao, new oracle, not the Han. They don't know. They won't believe that. Must be Liao. Typhoon coming. Even if you say so, I still have to go back and work out a better plan. This isn't gonna work. No. He's too stubborn. His conversation isn't gonna go anywhere. What did I do? Pretend to give in? Then he'll just take me to Wutai. I don't even know where I am now. What if I'm already close to Wutai? Leopard would probably bring people from his tribe over to meet me, which would make things difficult. Maybe they take my side and help me get back home, but they have no reason to believe me. I just don't know what's going to happen. I need to try harder to convince Likulau. I can't give in until I have nowhere left to go. First, I need to give him some time to calm down. Likulau, can I have some time to think about it? Oh, he's so happy. Liao, take your time. I find food for Liao. Leopard leaves me alone in the cave. What kind of food could he find? Just thinking about it worries me. Alright, fasting for one day is nothing. I'll hold out, no problem. Oh boy. Soon enough, the cave fills with the warm orange light of sunset, which then fade away into the cool blue hues of night. He's been going for a while. Can I just say again how much I love this background? Like, God, this background looks so good. It looks so good. I love it. Oh, I love it. It looks so good. I think I already took a picture of this, though. I was gonna say, I was about to take another picture, but like, I think I already took a picture. As if on cue, Leopard returns with some food. Exceeding my expectations, there isn't any raw meat, but instead a bevy of peaches and plums. Politely, I accept the food he brings to me. The plums are juicy, a sweet taste fills into my mouth as I bite into them. However, the peaches are green and unripe, bitter and borderline inedible. The peaches were wrapped in insect-proof netting, probably taken straight from a fruit farm. If he had to steal them, he could have at least picked ripe ones. Considering my situation, I don't have any room to complain. I was about to say, like, Leo, we don't really have room to complain. Like, this guy kidnapped us. We're lucky he's feeding us. I sit at the entrance to the cave and eat the rest of the plums, looking out at the moonlit forest I'm trapped in. Unfamiliar with the mountain ranges, all I could guess is that it doesn't feel like the south. Maybe it's the trees or the weather, but I don't think I'm in Wutai. Nevertheless, I still have no idea where I am. The moonlight barely shines through the branches on this cold night. Leopard hunches sitting on a large rock outside the cave, his eyes watching me carefully, as if not knowing what to do. I guess he wants to convince me, but he doesn't know where to start. I don't have much to say for myself, so we're just here, sitting under the moon. It's boring. Time seems to stretch on for eternity without something to spend my time on. Ooh, yeah, that's, I completely understand that, especially when you're working. Man, when you're working, like, retail, like me as a cashier, time drags. Unless I'm doing something like stocking, time drags so much. Just a lot. And I hate when time drags. And then, of course, when you're doing something really fun and exciting and something you want to work on, like, you know, me with art or me with writing, time wants to speed up so fast you can't, before you know it, it's the next day and you're just cursing yourself. Earlier I resorted to using a stone to play knots and crosses on the ground, but I had to quit after dusk. There's nothing to do. And it's just getting colder and colder. As the warmth of day evaporates into the depths of night, everything cools down. The ever-encroaching wind makes its way into the cave, sending me back into one of its uttermost corners. My arms are wrapped around my legs as I feel the cold begin to bite through my clothing. I don't even have a jacket. Liao, very cold? Mm-hmm. Leopard approaches but soon stops. What did he want to do? Why did he stop? It's so cold I can't think. Yeah, wait for me. Oh god, it's so cold. Oh, it's cold. Leopard makes a move to leave but suddenly stops and turns to me. Don't run. Oh, I think this is the choice. We're gonna save. I think we're getting to one of the choices. Leopard disappears once more into the shadows of the night. I wouldn't have thought about it unless he pointed out, but isn't this a great chance to escape? I could have even done so earlier when he went to look for food. It'd be too dangerous to venture through some unknown mountain range without lights or climbing gear. My phone's torch might not last that long either. I'm assuming by torch he means his phone's flashlight. Alright, guys. So, we're gonna run for it. I mean, he's going. He probably went far away. We have time. Let's run. Screw it. We're running. This might be my last chance. I have to risk this. I exit the cave and begin to run down the mountain in the dark. Oh boy. Oh, ow, crap. I was trying to be cautious, but I still managed to impale my foot on the sharp branch sticking out of the ground. The point wedged all the way... Hold on. I was trying to be cautious, but I still managed to impale my foot on the sharp branch sticking out of the ground. The point wedged all the way through my socket of my foot. Ugh. I pull out the branch and check my foot under the torch of my phone. Red seeps through my dirt-clogged socks. I'm bleeding. I have no choice but to keep on going. After all, I lost my sense of direction long ago. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna save one more time because I think this one's better. I really underestimated the mountains at night. I figured I could make my way under the bright moonlight, but that was far from enough in these overgrown, winding mountain tracks. Even with my phone for light, I still can't see my way. Sharp gravel assaults my feet, and slippery moss takes what little energy I have to keep upright. I walk through the pain, knowing that I couldn't make my way back even if I wanted to. I don't know where to go. I just know I have to go down. Getting stuck on this mountain is the last thing I want, but can I really make it out of here? I don't even know where I am. What if I get stuck in a landslide? No one knows I'm here. Even if my classmates call the police tomorrow, no one will come here to search for me. Leopard is my only hope. Can he find me? But if he finds me, my escape will be a failure. Failing doesn't seem to matter now. Failing is better than dying here on the side of some mountain. I step on a bush of sweet potato leaves, but I suddenly realize there's no soil to stop the fall of my step. Ah! I trip forward, tumbling and waving my hands, trying desperately to grab hold of something, anything, but all I succeed at is dropping my phone. When I open my eyes, I find myself laying at the bottom of a cliff. It's not very deep, 3 or 4 meters at most. I check myself, my foot is twisted and my arms and legs bruised badly from rolling down the hill. I can't see much, but there... Oh... I can't see much, but there I feel a sharp pain and my skin is wet to the touch. I'm probably bleeding. Looking up, I see a light from my phone. There's no way I can reach it. My twisted foot hurts to the touch. When I try to pull myself up, all I can do is scream out in pain and fall back to the ground. There's no way I can walk. Even if I tried to crawl away, my hands would not take me far. As I lie there, the frigid mountain wind begins to gnaw at my remaining body heat. Struggling, I prop myself up against the cliff, trying to put as little of my body into the wind as possible. My efforts are in vain. No matter what I do, there's nothing I can put between me and the wind. I didn't feel cold when I was running, but now I can barely move, my body bruised and bloody against the cold rock wall. Leopard left to find a way to keep me warm. Now there's nothing I can do against the cold. My whole body aches. Am I going to die here? I hug myself tight, my thoughts slow to a crawl as hypothermia begins to set in. It feels like the shadows of the forest are watching me. Am I seeing things? Maybe it's a wild beast? Maybe a yaoguai? I'm not scared. I'm too cold to be scared. I guess this is it. This is where it all ends. Why did I have to be so stupid? I don't notice at first, but Leopard's in front of me. He picks me up, draping some clothes over my body. As far as I can tell, it's my jacket from back home. Liao's silly. I don't have the strength to respond. Liao's silly. Want to go. Go home. Let's go home. Wait, did I save right? I feel Leopard jump with me in his arms. Oh, we didn't die? It feels like I'm going fast, but it's not bumpy in the slightest. All I can see is the moonlight against the dark shadows of trees. Go home. I'm going home. I'm free. Soon enough, I lose consciousness, cradled in Leopard's arms. Did we die? At the ending? Oh, a day trip to Wutai, okay. I woke up somewhere, but not my home. It was a shabby cabin, and I had no idea where I was. Leopard was nowhere to be found. After I shouted out for him a few times, a group of strangers came to me. I could see Leopard in the distance behind them. They were the Rukai people of Wutai. I was nervous, but thankfully they were kind to me, treating me as if I were a child lost in the woods. After all, I had done nothing wrong. Leopard urged me to proclaim myself the new Oracle, but I ignored him. I couldn't talk to him with all the tribe around anyway, refusing to mention Leopard on purpose. Unaware that I had any purpose to be there, they called a police officer to help me home. Predictably, Leopard tried everything he could to stop me, from summoning apparitions to throwing debris through the air. Although freaked out, there was no way for anyone to know that I was to be the new Oracle. Eventually, the officer arrived to take me to their car, offering me a hot drink and a thermal blanket to keep me warm as we drive out of the mountains towards Pingtung. Along the way, they asked me if I was lost, but I could only say I didn't remember. Things got even more confusing when they rang my school to find out that I had been in class just the afternoon before. After all, there was no way I could make it from Taipei to the deep mountains of Wutai overnight. Between my sudden disappearance and my amnesia, no one was able to explain what happened. The police just had to write it off as a mysterious disappearance. Some of the officers at the station even joke around about aliens, time travelers, or espers being among our suspects. Once everything was sorted out, I returned to Taipei. Immediately taking Tiger's statue back home, Leopard was still following me, but I always made a point to stand in crowds, refusing to speak to him. Once I reached the Mazu Temple, Leopard tried to follow me in, but was swiftly driven off by the gods residing there. The main downside of being home was having to deal with the dozens of guardian tigers. Their traditional views got on my nerves, but it was all worth it to have Tiger's statue repaired. According to the other gods at the time, Leopard was still trying to reach me, but I just didn't feel like talking to him anymore. After all, nothing had been stopping me from going out to see him, I guess. I just wanted to hide. Later I heard that he was injured in an attempt to break into the temple. I didn't care to go out to look for him. He'd be fine anyway, he's too powerful to lose his life. The only thing he'll lose is me. If anything, it would have served to help him forget about me, give up and move on. I don't want to be kidnapped ever again. Once Tiger's statue was fixed, we went back to Taipei. I didn't see Leopard on the way back. For a moment, I had thought about if he had come back. Would I have forgiven him? I really don't know, but it's not something I wanted to think about anymore. With Tiger by my side, I made it through the rest of my semester without any trouble. I heard that after I left the temple, several other guardian tigers were assigned to protect me. I guess that's why Leopard never ended up coming back. From time to time, I still think about him. How he is, whether he ever managed to save his tribe. Regardless, as Tiger said a long time ago, it was never my obligation to help him, so it is no longer my business. And honestly, that's okay, because now I finally have the peaceful college life I always wanted. Sometimes I just feel a little lonely. Nothing more or nothing less. Oof, that ending. Alright, that's the first bad ending. I thought her character was gonna die for a minute, because I was like, he was like, I thought he was gonna die from hypothermia, and then I'm like, oh no, he did go to Wutai, and then it was just like, oof, okay, that was rough. This game does have some really sad endings, like they're very depressing. Alright, so since we did that ending, let's do the last other ending. Alright, and we'll finish this one more time. Okay, so this time we're gonna stay. We're not gonna leave. We're actually gonna stay. No matter what, it's too dangerous to run out into the mountains at night. Even if I escape this prison, what's to save me from the harsh realities of nature? I might even get caught up in a landslide. And like I said, like, Leopard is just like, Leopard has such determination, but he's not understanding. Like, I'm like, dude, and like, I wonder if there's an ending where Liao actually accepts him being the new Oracle. Because I'm really surprised. I thought that ending he would just like resign himself to his fate, and even then he was like, nope, I'm not being the Oracle. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought that was gonna be an ending where he just kind of resigns himself to his fate. I need to behave myself and think of another way to get out of this. I bid my time, cold and alone in the cave. Eventually he comes back. He brought my jacket with him. He ran all the way to my apartment and came back again. I don't think just my jacket is enough for these conditions, though. My coat would have been better, but it would have just ended up getting dirty. I take the jacket from Leopard's outreached paw and put it on. Thank you. Liao. Sorry. Are you gonna let me go home? No. But I need Liao, really. I know, but you shouldn't do this. We can go back and think things over. Liao thinking Wutai. Really? He turns his head away, a vexed expression on his face. Is he mad at me? What else am I supposed to do? Going to Wutai won't help anyone. Another awkward silence comes up between us. At least my jacket stops me from shivering. But now I'm left with nothing but my thoughts. Doing nothing is exhausting. In lieu of anything else to do, I lay down to try to fall asleep. regardless of how awake I am. I'll be okay sleeping here, won't I? I wonder if Leopard will protect me from any wild animals. I turn to look at him sitting at the entrance of the cave, gazing at the dark night sky. I wonder what he's thinking about. I curl my body up as tight as I can and shut my eyes, drifting off to sleep. Oh boy. Liao! Liao! What? Huh? Is someone calling out to me? It's Guardian Tiger! He's still alive! Oh, guys, he's still alive. Barely, though. He looks sick. Liao, were you able to hear me? Tiger, are you okay? It would be false to say that I was, but that is not vital right now. I lack the strength to appear through your dreams for long. Appear through my dreams? Yes, listen carefully. I've contacted the local god of soil and asked him to help disrupt the spirit paths in this area. The Aborigine may be able to use them by himself, but they're certainly too unstable to take you along with him. He cannot take you now, just walk home yourself. But I don't know where I am. You're in the Fuxing Township in Taiyang. Be careful and head northwest for 1 hour and you will find buses. After all, I just came that way. Now watch out for road signs pointing back. Tiger runs to the major landmarks so that I can find my way back to civilization. Now remember all that? Leave at dawn and be careful, Liao. The mountains are fraught with danger if you are not cautious. Well, it appears my time is up. Hang on, Tiger, are you doing okay? How can I help you? Just fix my statue when you are back. Remember to take it home, then. Tiger begins to fade before me. Until next time, take care. Okay. Suddenly my mind returns to reality. I'm awake. I open my eyes to find the sun high in the sky. The only thing I remember from my sleep was talking with Tiger, so I was expecting it to still have been the middle of the night. Scattered sunlight reaches into the depths of the cave, a blinding light straight into my sleepy eyes. Leopard remained sitting there in the exact same position I saw him in before I fell asleep. My wants, my feelings, and nerves all mix up inside me. I don't know how to face him, how to explain this to him. But hesitating now will get me nowhere. What choice do I have? To stay and follow him to Wutai? I can't do that. This is all I can do. I stand and walk to the entrance of the cave. Leopard stands up and speaks. Liao? Liao? Likulau, I'm leaving. Leave? Tiger came to me in my dreams last night. The god of soil here has disrupted the local spirit paths. You can't force me to go to Wutai. So, I'm leaving. To go home. Oh, he didn't like that. I want to go home. Liao. Don't go. I'm sorry. I turn my back on him and start to walk away. For a minute, I'm scared that he might attack me, but I know he couldn't bring himself to do it last time, and I choose to believe in that. In the end, he does nothing. I walk off and he doesn't even try to chase after me. Tiger's directions are fresh in my mind. I recognize several landmarks as I make a path down the hilly mountainside landscape for an hour. My shoes were left at home, with only socks to protect my feet. Things start to get dicey when I come across sharp branches and pebbles that dig into the soles of my feet. The trip was a painful one. The more rugged areas leave my body scratched up and aching. My hands and knees scraped across what feels like countless rocks. But eventually my efforts were rewarded as I finally see an asphalted road ahead of me. Civilization! Just like Tiger said, there really was a bus stop here. I have no idea how long it'll be until the next bus comes in, but I drag my worn body up to the seat nonetheless. I relax for a brief moment before my phone begins to buzz rapidly in my pocket. Taking it out, I realize I'm finally back in service. A dozen messages and a missed call notification flood my lock screen. Wait, someone was already looking for me? I didn't think I had anyone close enough to notice. I scroll through and every single message was from Jaho. Liao, you okay? Your phone was disconnected when I called earlier. I'm worried. Someone said you looked troubled yesterday, so I thought I might try and talk to you. So is everything alright? Give me a call back when you see this. I can't help but smile as I read Jaho's messages. With all the rumors going around about me and Senpai, I've just felt alienated from everyone else at the club. I didn't expect anyone to actually worry about me. Especially a member of the Rukai tribe. Yes, why didn't I think about that earlier? Jaho's a Rukai. I don't have to be the Oracle. Jaho can do it. He has to agree to, of course, but For that he has to believe me, and it's not like I just believe someone who came up and said they can see the gods of my tribe. But maybe, just maybe, Jeho might trust me. Should at least try. It makes more sense than going to Wutai as a stranger and trying to convince the Rukai people. Except, I just left Leopard. Could I really go back and explain it to him now? I made up my mind to never see him again. So, if you saw the good ending, you know last time we went back and talked to him and we got that heartbreaking scene. This time we're not going back. Leopard's betrayed us. Likulau, he's betrayed us. We're not going back. He's lost our trust. So no, it's not worth it. After everything I've said to him, everything I've said straight to his face, I just can't go back there. What could I even say? He attacked me, he seriously injured Tiger, and then he kidnapped me. What's the point? Just go up and try and talk to him? I don't know if Jeho would agree to tell his village. If that failed, Leopard would just capture me again and beg me until I said yes. My body hurts and I can barely move. I don't have the strength or willpower to even try to go back. All I can do is go home. Oh boy. And this is the last ending, to never meet again. After waiting for what felt like hours, a bus finally pulled into the stop. The driver seemed concerned about my situation, but I reassured him that I was okay, having just lost my shoes hiking along the trail. I didn't want to make a big deal over it, so I was thankful when I found my wallet in the jacket Leopard had brought me. Let me pay the bus fare without any troubles. Once we stopped back near the city, I was able to buy some cheap shoes in a nearby store before making the rest of my way back to Taipei. The second I walked in the door, I collected Tiger's statue and made plans to go back home immediately. As a result, I ended up spending the next few days back at my family's temple. To be honest, back home was really not like what I was expecting. Sure, the temple was filled to the brim with handsome guardian tigers, but their traditional values and attitudes really put a damper on things. I didn't really feel comfortable talking to them, but I could feel that they all did their best to care about me, even when I tried to keep my distance. Regardless, I still didn't want to stay back home for long. As soon as Tiger's statue was repaired, I said my goodbyes and went back home, ready to go back to my ordinary college life. I tried my best not to think about Leopard, but it's hard to forget the distraught look on his face the moment I left him. Right now, I really don't know if he's okay. Of course I know I can't help him, but in my heart, I send him my best wishes. A small wish that he finds a way to save his people. A small wish that he can find happiness. And I'll try my best to find the happiness I've been searching for too. God, these endings are so sad! They're so depressing. It's just like, the last one was, I just get lonely every now and then. This one's just like, maybe I'll find the happiness myself. Like, oh geez, let me just feel terrible. The bad endings is like, yeah, we're gonna make you feel really crappy, like a crappy person for not getting the good stuff. Oh, that was terrible. That was a bad ending too. Well, that's it though, guys. This was a lot longer, but me reading the dialogue was also probably why it was longer than it needed to be. But anyway, that's it. We are now done with Clouded Leopard, aka Likulau's routes. They're done. Like I said, next will be my lovely boy, Shu-Chi Senpai. Shu-Chi Senpai, after Shu-Chi Senpai is quick. He only has 2 routes. After him, I will play the NSFW version. We will do the true ending through that. There is a true ending on the original, but I figured the true ending, we'll save the best for last. The true ending will be the NSFW version. And, that's it. Then we'll be done with this game. We still have Lagoon Lounge to finish. Now I'm playing a few other games, Adastra, extracurricular activities. Then I have to find out what the next game I want to play for this channel will be. Like I said, we're getting close there. Probably 2 more videos. Well, I think for the true ending, I will do a live stream, only because that's going to probably be a good 2, 3, maybe possibly even 4 hours with all the dialogue. But we're getting close. The next video I'm going to put both of Shu-Chi's endings in there, because they're both pretty similar to get. And yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a very touching moment, and maybe a little sad. As I said before, feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Do not be afraid to share this with anybody you know that might be interested. Hopefully this video will be going up today, which is the 10th, which is a Sunday. If not, definitely I will be finished editing by tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the Wolfston, and you have been part of the pack. Bye.